Once upon a time, three wise men came to the city where Juha lived and stayed in the king's palace. While they were having lunch, one of them asked the king if there were any smart and wise men in the city who could solve the most difficult puzzles that indicate intelligence and insight. The king was silent for a moment, thinking, and suddenly he remembered Juha, the wisest of the wise in his city. He ordered Juha to be brought immediately to debate with these wise men. When Juha learned of the matter, he put on his best clothes and tied a white turban around his head to look like a learned scholar. He confidently went to the king's palace. When he arrived, he found a crowd of people gathered to witness how Juha would answer the questions of the three wise men. Juha got off his donkey and announced to the wise men that he was fully prepared. The first wise man approached him and asked, "Tell us, Juha, where is the center of the earth?" Juha immediately responded, pointing to the spot where the donkey's left leg was standing, and said, "Exactly here is the center of the earth." The wise man was astonished by Juha's answer and his confidence in it. He asked for proof, and Juha replied with a smile, "If you doubt my words, dig at this spot and see for yourself. You will reach the center of the earth, and if I am wrong, you have every right to call me foolish and ignorant." The three wise men exchanged looks while the king enjoyed a confident smile. Then the second wise man approached Juha and asked, "Tell us the number of stars in the sky?" Juha answered without hesitation, "The number of stars in the sky equals the number of hairs on my donkey." The wise men were even more astonished and asked how he knew this. Juha replied, "If you do not believe me, you can count the hairs on my donkey yourself." One of the men asked angrily, "And how can we count the donkey's hairs?" Juha smiled and calmly said, "And how can I count the stars in the sky?" The wise man found no response, so he remained silent. Then the third wise man approached and asked Juha, "Well, if you have an answer for everything so far, can you tell me the number of hairs on my head?" Juha immediately responded, "It is the same number of hairs on my donkey's tail." The wise man, certain he had stumped Juha this time, asked, "And how can you prove that?" Juha replied, "Pull a hair from your head and another from the donkey's tail. If you find the numbers equal, then I am right. If not, I am wrong." Everyone burst into laughter and acknowledged Juha's intelligence and skill. He had indeed proven to be a wise man. They then asked him how he answered such difficult questions so cleverly. Juha simply said, "If you face a question with no reasonable answer, then any unreasonable answer will suffice." If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel for more thrilling horror stories.